Today, my special guest is Edie Waddell, president of Landmark Custom Builders, and we were talking about actually listening to the customer and how important that is. And I know that from myself, it's crucial that whenever we're meeting with the client, whether they're buying or selling, that we're listening to their needs. Because when they're selling, maybe they want to sell, but they might not want to sell today. Maybe it really is 6 months from here when, the kids graduate from high school or something. And when they're buying, they might think that they want a 2-story home, but what they really wanted is a 1-story home. And like listening to what their needs are doesn't always end up being what they initially first thought once they get started. And so listening is so critical, which I'm sure you agree.
Absolutely, especially when we have clients that are coming from different parts of the U.S. and internationally, because they come to Florida because they are coming for the weather and the fun, the enjoyment. Some people are coming for, Florida has great advantages to being here from tax purposes and how they homestead, et cetera, et cetera. So asking questions and listening becomes very important, because sometimes when they originally come in, they say they want a certain type of home. And then when you begin to ask them questions about how they use a home, is very different than what they originally said. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes they see a home that they fell in love with for one particular aspect, but certain areas of that home doesn't work for the rest of how they live.
And Edie, your background is really fascinating, because I know when we were talking, you used to work for McDonald's.
Yes, I did. I started at McDonald's when I was 17. I worked with them for 34 years. Very proud to say when I retired, I was an officer in U.S. operations, and I actually lived that dream a lot of people talk about, where you can start at the bottom and work your way up to the top. Those 34 years gave me a vast array of experience and established a great core sense of values in how we operate our company. Quality, service, and cleanliness is not just about the restaurant, it's about how we build our homes. When I was with McDonald's, I had a great opportunity to do restaurant construction. I had a great opportunity to help design some restaurants that were being built, and I found that I had a passion for that. So when I retired after 34 years, I retired for 2.5 hours. That was the plane ride from Chicago to Orlando. My husband he was managing a boutique private equity entity. I had land holdings, and the inspiration for me to build custom homes was there, because this is something that I had a passion for from my career with McDonald's. When you talk about custom home building, and I kind of connect this to some of the things I learned as I was growing through the McDonald's system, McDonald's was all about the customer. Mm-hmm. All about the customer. When we develop our products, and when we design our restaurants, and we look at our service systems, and we look at our feedback systems, and we look at our training and development systems, it was all geared toward customer satisfaction to grow the business. So one of the things I teach my team is about the customer first. If you deliver to them what they want in the home, you'll make money.
Yeah.
It's not about money first. It's not about getting that contract, getting that sale. It's about getting that customer what they want, mm-hmm. and then the money will follow.